Good evening, caregivers. Welcome to the final Caregiver Tuesday Talks Outside the Box for 2019 with me, Lori Ramos LeMasters of Care Partners Resource and Consulting. So, are you like everyone else this time of year and you're looking at what went well and what maybe didn't go so well and looking towards the future for 2020, making your plans and thinking about how you want to set new goals for the new year? Some caregivers may not go that route because sometimes we feel a little hopeless or like our life isn't in our control. And so we think, like, why bother, right? Well, I am here to encourage you to make goals and plans for the new year. And just because you've been doing something a certain way doesn't mean that you have to continue doing it that way. It means 2020. It means tomorrow is January 1st, and it's an opportunity for all kinds of new things to happen. Now, when you're caring for a loved one, you certainly can't change your routine all at once, or, obviously your loved one depends on you, and you can't just make changes and switches at a whim. But I would encourage you to look at the new year as an opportunity to set some new goals and boundaries for yourself. Find ways to make time for small increments of self-care throughout the year. I promise you it will make a big difference in your mental state of mind and your physical state of mind, and ultimately the care of yourself and your loved one. So remember, just because you've always done it this way doesn't mean it has to continue that way if it's not really working for you. It's also a good time to assess your loved one's needs and how they are, whether they're recovering or whether you're caring for someone who maybe has dementia or is a stroke survivor or another debilitating disease that isn't going to get any better. When was the last time you looked at your care plan and analyzed that against your loved one's abilities? How are they doing? Are they still able to do the things they used to be able to do? And maybe if they're not, maybe it's time to start looking at an adult daycare program or getting someone to come in and help a little bit once in a while to take some of the burden off of you. It's just a really great opportunity to look at your plan, how you're doing things, and make some small shifts and small changes to your care plan so that you can have a little bit of time for yourself. It's okay. Let go of the guilt and find a way to make some time for self-care. It's hard. I mean, if you can possibly think about my 3 favorite words, which are up until now. So every time you tell yourself, this is the way I've always done it, then add up until now. There's nothing wrong with making a change to that plan or schedule or routine. And if it's at all possible to learn from another person's mistakes, I hope you'll learn from mine. This is the main reason that I have Care Partners Resource, because as a caregiver to my parents for 8 years, I didn't do it perfectly. I made a lot of mistakes, and I'm hoping that I've been able to explain those mistakes to you and give you some alternative ways of doing things. So I want to leave you on that note this year, and thank you so much for what you're doing for your loved one. And I want to encourage you to start doing some things for yourself and practice a little self-care in 2020. I hope to see you back next year. And in the meantime, if you haven't checked out my website, please do so. It's Care Partners Resource. And then I also have a YouTube channel, Care Partners Resource on YouTube. or my Facebook page, Care Partners Resource and Consulting. You can look back at previous episodes and previous website Facebook posts and look for some ideas. And I keep posting them all the time about things you can do to make time for yourself. So again, thank you for what you're doing. And let's look forward to a really happy, positive 2020. And until I see you again, take good care.